Like the beam! Like the beam!
Oh, indeed, it is our turn again. Light the beam. We are back for another edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma, a Tuesday night edition. Another edition where we will be massively distracted for good reason. We're sitting here with 5:01 left in the second quarter of the Spurs Thunder round 4. What are you destroying over there? You had 10 minutes to have that ready. We got the game on about 30 seconds ago. That took long enough. Good Lord.
Fat.
And you're just staring at me while you do
There's
it.
20
too.
calories in this, you dummy.
That's 20 calories you don't need, along with the packaging, apparently, that you don't need.
I need the hydration.
Don't we all? Welcome back in a Tuesday night edition. We're massively distracted. Spurs are in another close matchup with the Thunder. We'll talk about that throughout the night as we keep an eye on the game. Of course, we have a lot to recap. Broadcasting once again live here on the north side of San Antonio, where we are less than a week away from the College Football National Championship, where one team will be playing a home game next Monday night.
Did you know that Mendoza went to school 20 miles outside of where they're playing the game?
Yeah, he's Cuban, Cuban American. Grew up right there in Miami. Grew up right there in the Miami area. Yeah, he's as Miami as you can possibly get. It's such an unstable matchup. We'll talk about that. The whole main segi is going to be just a recap, overreactions to the 5 days of playoff football that we had.
Go Niners!
This past year. We're going to talk a lot of Niners. You might even get...
I have a 15-minute video that we're going to watch.
Yes, please.
That is
break
a recap.
Break it all down.
All
Look,
Niners. Get ready, Greg. You're going to love it.
yeah, it's going to be a Niners half hour, quarter hour minimum. We got some Spurs notes to catch up on. Besides the game that we're watching tonight, they had a couple games from over the weekend. We've got some thoughts on. Of course, we'll close it out with some lightning round and start it out here in a minute with a weekend recap. We haven't done it in a while, so I thought we'd bust it back out. There is no Riverwalk this week. They have drained it for cleaning.
Oh, the things you will find.
Exactly. So I thought we haven't done it in a while. If you remember, we did 1-star reviews of the Alamo.
I love that.
We've done 1-star reviews of the Alamo Dome. How about we find some 1-star reviews of the Riverwalk this week, as it is completely drained? Because the roommate was joking. Just imagine you planned, your post-holiday trip to San Antonio. You were maybe going to come down, watch a Spurs game. You picked, say you were from Milwaukee, and you were like, I'm going to go watch the Bucks in San Antonio. We can go to the Riverwalk. I hear it's beautiful. And then you get down there, and there's a bunch of Bubbas on bulldozers cleaning all the trash out.
I don't understand. No one would go. I could see like the people from the valley come up to go to the Riverwalk. What was it, Old Landman, where old girls like San Antonio is just such a magnificently beautiful city.
That's the first good thing I've heard about Landman.
San Antonio.
But other than that, it's a dirty river in the middle of commerce.
Okay, Mark Cuban. Good
it
Lord.
is. Have you seen the river?
And it brings in more tourism to our city. You know who loves the Riverwalk? No joke. In my experience of serving tables for 3.5 days on the Riverwalk, the first month I moved
Made
here.
you an expert, bro.
Back in 2011. That's what I'm trying to lay out my credential here. I speak from an area of expertise here. I speak from, again.
For all our serving community out here, you have a fellow brethren.
That's right. I'm an industry.
A brother in arms.
Once industry, always industry. I made it 3 shifts, and then about an hour and a half into my 4th shift, I strategically planned my exit, and by that I mean I just walked out of there. I was done.
Dude, we would make bets on when you see the new people and they're like getting trained where they have to just shadow.
Oh, yeah.
The trainer and the
No,
training.
everyone looked at me and said,
Nah, they ain't gonna
not
work
gonna
out.
make it. Not gonna make it through the weekend.
We make side bets with the cooks in the back. Be like, what do you think? 4 or 5 days? This one gonna make it? And it's like, nah.
Well, I lied to begin with to even get the job. 'Cause, oh yeah, I've served tables my whole life. It was the first time I'd ever outside of like
my own table.
Yeah, exactly. That counts. No, European tourists love the Riverwalk. It is
It seems like there's a lot of rivers through city in Europe.
exactly. It's
Like,
it's a very European
it makes them
setup.
home, makes them feel homey.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So it's there's some familiarity.
I don't want to go to Europe and see something American. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. You would love Amsterdam with the city going right through it, or I mean the river
Duh.
going right through it. Why else?
What else? It's just the river going through
beautiful architecture.
there. You can Airbnb one of the boats.
Amazing, amazing cityscape. A lot of history.
What's the red light district? Where's that at?
So they've clamped down on that
clamped
a little
down.
bit. Yeah.
Free the nipple.
No, I believe there's now restrictions on tourists. There wasn't the one time.
What? They're basically C blocking tourists.
I don't think they want it to be like sex tourism. I think that's what they're trying to create. They're okay with the weed and hash coffee
Tourism
shops.
is tourism, buddy.
That's what I've tried. I mean, why do you think I live on the east side? What I hear about Cherry Street back in the 90s, it might as well have been a red light district.
Oh man!
No, so we
right
got-
off the train tracks.
We got some 1-star reviews we'll read on the Riverwalk, and then I'm going to end it. I'm going to close it tonight, unless you want to try to go
No,
3
this,
for
this
3.
This is your week. This
Okay.
is your week.
About this time of year, one of my favorite events takes place, and it is the Texas Department of Public Safety releasing the full list of license plates that were rejected by the state. I have a list of 1,951 personalized license plates that were rejected. And we're going to go through each one of them one by one. Now, we'll...
You got to put that through a randomizer. Be like,
Oh.
no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop.
You mean like a maybe a Chat GPT LG?
I got a video later for you.
Oh,
be scared.
Okay, all right. I love it when you just start with I've got a video for you. You sound like my one uncle that's really into, or my one cousin who's real into Alex Jones. Like, bro, I got a video for you. You're gonna lose your mind when you
Dude,
see this. You're
when
not
you-
gonna believe it.
When you say uncle, literally my uncle was like, you have to check out this podcast, blah, blah. End up being the My Pillow guy. He wanted me to watch that guy. And
Mike Lindell.
I'm like, Phil, I'm not watching this crap, man.
Well, then
I
you're-
was like, I'm not listening to this crackhead who's not smoking. If he was still smoking crack, I'd probably listen to him more.
You're missing out because Mike Lindell is one of the most entertaining individuals in the podcast sphere.
Oh, no, can't do it.
We'll close out with some rejected license plates. But before we go much further, you have heard 2 voices on this program. Believe it or not, we have 3 microphones.
Y'all just like rained on my parade, like heavy.
Yeah, Cap got shut down hard earlier wanting to get a 3rd microphone. Look,
It was going to be paid for.
we're both giant humans. There's no more room in here for a 3rd person.
If we push it against the wall,
But
like
there
this-
is room for a 3rd person from a remote location. LG, tell the good people how they can help support this program.
By buying us a microphone. No, by subscribing to this program right here.
You gonna
And,
show them that nice new Niners hat I gave you? Like, where's it? Like,
that doesn't
put your-
exist.
Put your picture up there, buddy.
No, this camera's not plugged in again. I forgot to plug the camera in.
The
So I
voice of
just
God.
exist as a voice. That's all.
I like the
surprising after the Niners just
Yeah.
thwarted Philly.
Well, if you hate the Niners as much as I do, jump into the super chat and let it be known. You can do that right now, which also gives us a little bit of a tip.
Hey.
And then you can also become a member of this thing. Hit the membership button and join us, and we'll have some members-only content at some point, possibly.
That is very open-ended, but absolutely correct.
See, that
at
was the
some
extra
point,
mic. The extra mic was gonna be members only.
at some point, possibly, you can expect to get something in return for that membership. Going to halftime here, Spurs down 3. 55, 52. I like LG as the disembodied voice. It reminds me. Do you remember Around the Horn at the very, very beginning when Max Kellerman was the host?
Yes.
And Max would have banter back and forth with the disembodied voice.
I always like the corrections, like at the very end.
Oh, yeah, Stat Boy.
Yeah, Stat Boy.
Early Reale before he got the job. As LG says, if you want to, if you really want to help us out, give us a subscription there on YouTube. Absolutely free. Will never cost you a thing. Also, I learned after last week, if you want to participate in the chat, you actually need to be a subscriber to the channel. So absolutely free. Again, it helps us out a lot.
One click. One click, guys.
There you go.
Oh,
one click.
Man, I like that hat, but it's not the same. Little red in there, little 49er.
Speaking of the super
No,
chats,
thanks.
though, if you
No, thanks.
if you do throw a super chat out there, we will get to it if it's on topic. If not, we'll get to it right before the lightning round, before we close out the episode. So we got a lot to get to today.
Yeah.
But I do have some abbreviated weekend recap. It was, I don't know about y'all. I mean, obviously with all the sports on TV starting Thursday night,
5 days of straight football.
as we were doing the show Thursday,
It was like a roller coaster because the last two games were.
it's almost better that way though. Because if I'm being honest, after that Niners-Eagles game on Sunday, it's not that I had maxed out or hit my limit, but
What'd they say? Like 14 fourth quarter lead changes.
yeah.
In the first three or the first four, playoff
the
games.
2 games Saturday and the
Yeah.
first 2 games Sunday. Also, the 2 games Saturday and the first game Sunday, the team that was leading at the 2-minute warning lost the game.
Yeah, they gave that stat right as Philly was driving. I was like, hey, thanks guys.
Yeah,
Thanks, Troy.
it was a
Or Brady.
amazing weekend of football, and we'll get into all that in the main seggy. But the weekend recap, it was a nice. When certain things happen simultaneously, unexpectedly, and it just kind of works out in your favor. It was a sniffly, sickly weekend around our house.
Well, that's not good. I hope that's passed.
Well, it's not me. I mean, I was fine for once. I wasn't the sick
I
one.
was sitting next to your roommate.
No, she's fine now.
Oh, she's fine.
It wasn't even, there's no fever, no contagion, just a bunch of allergies. What it really was, it was the first full week back at work since the holidays. So I think it was, we were all a little, I forget sometimes that, our, my life working on the toy aisle doesn't quite doesn't take as much out of me physically as actually working as a,
That's like someone else I know who works, 8 to 10 hours, but when you stay 4 to 6 hours afterwards indulging, I'm like, your body needs rest, and I don't want to hear how tired you are.
yeah, there's got to be, you've got to,
I'm just like, you know what to do. You're an adult.
you've got to put some limits on yourself.
Get some sleep.
But it worked out nicely because as we were laying around the house all weekend, had plenty of football to watch. Although the one side, or I guess the one place where it didn't work out so well, as I'm jumping into a Madden franchise or a FIFA career, then it's like. You sure we can't watch something else now that football's over?
She got tired of watching 4 FIFA matches in a row.
Buddy. So the compromise ended up being at least Grand Theft Auto is exciting. It's a lot more exciting than
There's storyline.
looking at rosters, and trading guys, signing guys to new contracts, whatnot. But this is where being, having such a marketing data-driven individual as your roommate, it comes back. There are hidden advantages that you wouldn't necessarily anticipate.
Oh, she was scouting for you.
So on Grand Theft Auto online, you get to spin like a random wheel once a day, once every 24 hours. And there's different. You can get like $40,000 cash. You can get a new car. You can get discounts on properties, stuff. It's all there's all different things you can get on the wheel.
This is all fictional stuff.
That's correct.
By the way.
And one of the options is clothing. You can just get a new shirt or something, whatever they've got. So
Just dripping out your player.
Oh, that's half the fun. I mean, that's the whole goal there. So she picked up on the fact, she had been watching me spin the wheel, and she picked up on the fact that I was not winning any of the good prizes. I was only getting the crappy, hey, here's some RP, here's a discount for a vehicle if you want to buy it.
She cracked the code?
So she started a spreadsheet, and she is now documenting every time I spin the wheel. She documents the time. Also, I should say, she's taken over spinning duties because she wants to try to replicate the same spin to create a constant.
Like
so that
1,000, 2 1,000,
so
3
she goes 1, 2, 3, and that's it every time. So she's documenting, what day of the week, what time we spun it, and what the reward ended up being. I think this is what happens when you have no kids in your late 30s and you're still playing video games on a Saturday. You start to turn it into a spreadsheet so you can see if there's any trends or anything you can see that might help in the future.
Well, the analytics on this say,
exactly.
You're basically being the analytic professor.
Yeah, it's like, the analytics say you should go for it on fourth here.
Exactly. No, this is a good spin. This is everything suggests that you might win one of the top tier prizes.
Exactly.
With 40% and 20% on the low side. But if you do it around noon, you have a higher percent of chance.
So early reports.
Early reports.
Anytime overnight is a bad time.
Overnight.
If you're doing, because I'll end up, if I'm playing at 2 a.m, don't spin the wheel. That's a bad time. You're much more likely, according to our early research, this is early. But according to our early research, the early bird gets the worm, so to speak.
I think it's like a lottery ticket. They only allow max number of 3 cars, so all the early people.
It's kind of what I'm thinking too. I think there's
get a head start to get the grand prizes.
I think there's some threshold there. So
she's
got
to find that exact time.
We're drilling.
Throw it out there.
We're drilling down.
No,
I told her when she's done, when she's compiled a month worth of data.
Yeah.
You need to post this on Reddit in a GTA subreddit because this is actual information that I'm sure some people out there, believe it or not, would be really, really geeked out of their mind.
Now, only if she could compute that data into gambling.
Buddy. Well, speaking from someone that went 6 for 6 on their NFL wildcard picks, I would have gone 6 for 6 too if I hadn't switched 2 at the end.
You didn't pick every single one that I did.
I would have. I switched 2 at the end when I realized we were going to be
went
exactly.
4 for 2? I thought you went 3 for 3.
No, I went 4 and 2. This is also only other thing I had from the weekend before we do some Riverwalk 1-star reviews. It happened for the first time this year. It took 12 days, but it happened, and I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't mentally ready for it. Went to my annual eye appointment. It's the first of the year, knocking out all the doctor's visits so I can just be done with them for the year. Mm-hmm. Went to the eye appointment. Eyes are good. Only a slight tweak in the prescription, but still holding up pretty well. But the doctor hit me with this. So I'm sitting down. He's got my head in the machine. I'm looking through the glass. And he looks at the chart and he goes, "Oh, ho, ho. You got the big 4-0 coming up next month."
Oh, buddy. So what does that mean for eye doctors?
That's what I asked him.
I'm like, what are you going to do?
I was like, what happens?
I had an eye exam last year. I'm older than you.
Right.
I didn't do anything special.
No. And that's what he immediately was like, "Oh, I see you worrying about your health. You're turning 40 next month."
He's all getting the rubber glove on. He's all.
I kind of was
I'm
worried.
Like, not you, sir.
Yeah, that is
not you.
No, that is for your pleasure, not for my health. No, it was out of nowhere, and then he hit me with this. The follow-up line was, Oh, bro, don't be. He's very, very broy, young broy doctor. He's like, bro, don't be too worried about it. I've already done 3 trips around the sun since mine. I'm fine. It's like, I wasn't worried about it until you brought it up, pointing out that I'm turning 40 in a month.
Do your job.
Yeah, like just give me the
You're
eye.
not my pediatrician that I've known for like
Right.
40 years.
That's what. And granted, I mean, I have known this guy now for like we've been going to him for 3 or 4 years, so there's some familiarity.
I'm surprised he remembers you. I mean, I guess
It's turn and burn. How many eye exams are you doing? It's not like I'm going to
you go to like a mom and pop or like America's Best.
no, it's one of these shops that is just
Yeah.
in network with the insurance we have. So I mean, no, it's not. There's nothing mom and pop about it.
I'm like, dude, you're bored. I'm like, are you a subscriber to my podcast?
Yeah,
Is that
exactly,
what you're trying to say? No.
That's what I should have hit him with. But I fear the random stranger seeing my birthday and asking me like, "Oh, lordy, look who's about to turn 40."
Oh, Ryman over there. You know the eye doctor can tell if you have the sugar,
What?
the beaties. Yeah.
How? In your eyeballs?
I'm not a freaking doctor.
Well, then you throw it out there.
No, but like they can tell if you got the sugar through the eyes. Somehow through the eyes. Like trust me, from someone who has dodged the sugar
Okay, fair.
for as long as I have
Fair.
and has been as big as I am.
And wears glasses.
Yeah, and wears glasses. I worry about the eye doctor a little bit. And I'm
Fair.
like, oh man, he's gonna tell me I got the beaties. I'm like, damn it.
I had no idea. I had no clue that was in there.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, did that popcorn catch up on him?
No, I haven't. Thank God, not yet. I haven't had anybody suggest I might be on that path.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's good to know he didn't say that.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
someone told me that and I was like, is that true? And I asked the eye doctor like years ago and he's like, yeah, we can tell if you have diabetes. And I'm like,
Yeah, now you've given me something else to
you
worry
know, I
about.
stress every time I do my blood work, you know, but I'm just like, now I got to stress every time I go get my eyes checked. I'm just
It's just a constant state of
like,
paranoia.
what's going to get me, the stress or the sugar?
It's like you're a blonde in a slasher movie. You know it's coming. You're just just postponing the inevitable
Got
as long
Smokey's
as
Twitch
possible.
over there. End up in Debo's chicken coop.
Anything else from y'all's weekend besides the football that we'll get into?
Just, a lot, man. Just a lot of football.
Yeah,
Maybe a
save
little
it.
more consumption of alcoholic
Yeah,
beverages.
I'm sure. Save it. Well, you and Kittle together apparently.
yeah.
We'll talk about that in the main as well. No, we haven't done it in a while, and so let's see if this bit still pays off. You want to take a guess on, first of all, the whole joke of this is how can someone give like the Alamo a 1-star review? It's like, what are we doing here? What are you complaining?
Why did you review about it?
Exactly. Like you took the time to complain about something that you obviously went out of your way to go visit as a tourist attraction. So the San Antonio Riverwalk, despite you calling it a sewage system,
I just said it was dirty water.
It
I didn't
has-
say sewage.
it has a 4.7 rating on Google. Pretty good.
All right.
And we're not talking about, out of, 300 reviews, over 45,000 reviews on the San Antonio Riverwalk.
God.
So we'll just
I have
go
a 4.7.
4.7.
I am. All right. Go Spurs, go.
So, some of the good ones. Here was a 4-star. Would have been a 5-star, but it was a lot of walking. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's right there in the name.
Yeah, it's the River Walk.
The river walk. She applauds this is iDreamer, applauds the dog friendliness. Yes, the river walk is dog friendly, but they're not allowed inside the boat. So apparently you can't take your pet on the river cruises, unfortunately, but pretty good overall review. Here's Dominic, great attraction for those who might be coming into town for a vacation. This place is beautiful, full of energy, and gives a peaceful presence. He goes on to say, I was blown away on how long the Riverwalk is, and various options for dining is amazing. This sounds like AI wrote this.
Yeah, there was no emotion in that.
I truly enjoyed this place, and I'm glad I took a boat ride and learned more about the history of this place and some of the heritage that lives within the city. Truly an amazing experience, and I would highly recommend you
Sounds
put
like
this
a
place.
3-year-old's grammar.
Very much so. It sounds like a research paper you wrote in 5th grade.
Sounds like my dare.
Yeah.
One day y'all might get to hear the speech I wrote for Dare that won, and I got to speak it in front of the whole elementary school.
I feel like we have to.
Grammar is horrible.
I'm
man.
sure it is. Here's one from a Christian. All dolled up for Christmas. Very pretty. Lots of shopping and food downtown. Again, highly recommend the boat ride. Apparently, people still love the boat ride. So,
Never been on the boat ride.
really?
No.
That's worth it once. I mean, just,
I've ridden on boats.
Well, it's not like you're
Have a boat.
on a pontoon boat on the lake. I mean, it's a little
Those are
different
fun.
than that. So those were some of the 4 and 5-star reviews. Not a lot of fun there. Just great, solid information for the traveling tourist. How about the 1 stars?
Ooh, yeah.
Christine says 2 weeks ago,
She already sounds like a biatch.
I have been here many times
Ooh.
and always found the Riverwalk very enjoyable.
But this one person made me so upset.
On December 27th,
Oh my god.
2025, I visited while on crutches with a guest using a walker. All caps. All the elevators were broken. We were unable to access the restaurants due to no other ADA access. San Antonio, do better. 2 exclamation points.
God forbid something break.
I'm not sure I've ever been down there when the elevators are working. It's like the escalator at
You know how much
Draft House. and-
debauchery probably goes on in those elevators, and you'll find like a sleeping homeless person in there or unhoused if you care.
It's funny you say that because Lee has a review from 3 months ago. The Riverwalk is an okay place to visit. Nice views in some areas. However, all of these shops and the places to eat are extremely overpriced. You will pay concert prices to get something to eat. And honestly, the food isn't that great. We've eaten at many places. There's also a musty mildew type of smell in certain areas. I wouldn't want to eat somewhere that has that smell.
Say eat one more time, Lee. I swear to God.
You are walking around a metro area, meaning there are homeless people on the streets peeing and pooping.
Yeah, dude. It's downtown.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Downtown
Downtown
anywhere.
in a major city.
It's like Austin, and like if it's a wet spot on the sidewalk, that's piss.
Also, anytime I've been to the Riverwalk, like there is enough of a presence. You know, we end up walking down there a lot because it's, not far from our house just to get a little, exercise in the evenings. And majority of the time, like if you want to see homeless, walk my neighborhood, walk the east side, walk underneath the overpass right there on Houston.
The bicycle cops clean up the homeless downtown.
I was about to say
They run them off.
Especially when I worked at Aztec, there was a specific number you can call. They have a whole task force that'll just come in, kind of like the guy in John Wick that comes up and cleans all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Gets it all back to that's basically what the
Cleaning crew.
Yeah, they have a Centro team down there. Robert says he provided 37 photos for this review too. Others think it's great. I find it boring.
Oh,
Just
Robert.
what a great start, Bob.
What a great attitude, sir.
Just a bunch of bars and commercial restaurants you could eat at any place in the world, not like Chicago, where you have magnificent architecture to look at while dining. Really nothing special about it.
Yeah, it's not like Chicago was one of the first cities ever founded in America.
Yeah, it's not like also, thinking about the
the
architecture.
thriving transport system there
Yeah.
and the Great Lakes and we're a military city spread over a very vast, large area. But I do agree we need more cool things, which is why I voted yes on Project Marvel.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Put your actual vote where your mouth is. Corey chimes in from a month ago. This place is this is a recurring trend too. Place is so run down and overrun with homeless people that it's not safe to bring the family.
Oh wow! Oh, get over yourself. We went at 12 o'clock at night for some reason there was a lot of people that looked sketchy.
We went out at 12:30 after our concert at Majestic Theater, and
we were just looking for a romantic little walk down the Riverwalk, and all of a sudden there was rambunctiousness.
The
rough scallions.
Also, it's not safe to bring the family. What's the last reported incident of a family being harmed on the Riverwalk? Like maybe, Corey, you're just an insecure dude who can't protect your own family and doesn't want to have to be put in the position of doing anything whatsoever close to protecting your family. Like you're perfectly fine, buddy. You're gonna be fine. Don't fear the man who is.
He's got some LDE, you know.
Yeah, a little bit. One last one, Nicole. The worst experience like that. Wow. This is from 3 years ago.
Nicole,
the worst
experience. Nicole, have you been to a funeral?
The worst thing that's ever happened.
That's pretty bad.
The worst thing that's ever happened to Nicole was going to the Riverwalk 3 years ago. This was the worst experience. This was
the escalator wasn't working.
The only she's a big old. This was the only one. Also, she can't type. The worst experience, ... This was the only one opportunity for visiting the river, space, ... space. I was very excited, and I found the river drying, ... I know there's...
What are these dramatic ... pauses? Like, she's trying to give she's really trying to give the feel that she was feeling like...
She's lulling you in here with the dots, with the ellipses.
Rivers seem to be drying.
I know they are doing maintenance, but the bad smells around was horrible. Needs more attention, and the rules need MS to be more efficient with the people! ! In my TikTok, you can find a video about this situation and is viral.
Oh. Is it viral, Nicole?
Apparently.
Is it viral?
Apparently, Nicole went viral talking about the worst experience of her life as she had to smell something bad
well, now that SportsCave.live is on TikTok, we might find you, Nicole. We're going to see your worst experience.
Yeah, we should bring Nicole on to explain what made her experience the worst ever.
You know,
feels like
some say... You know, like a transition because, like, now that you brought this 1-star review up, I remember helping a buddy out, getting him out of old Berg County after a little incident, and happened to see the reviews while I'm looking up the address because it's not in the same. The magistrate's not in the same area. I have reformed, but there was a 5-star review. I was overstacked. I'm like, who left a 5-star review on the Bexar County Jail? Great food. Don't need to make reservations.
Wait, this is
never
real?
have to wait in line to get in and free overnight stays.
Okay. Look, I applaud the bit. I appreciate what you're doing. I would have been much more interested in an actual.
So that was the one 5-star review it had.
Yeah.
The 1-star reviews. I would leave no star review if I could. The staff is extremely disrespectful and don't treat the inmates like actual people. Extremely unsanitary conditions as well. Definitely a safety hazard.
I mean, we have a lot of people that seem to die in our jail.
Dude, bro.
It doesn't.
The
person might be onto something.
I may or may not have had experiences with the magistrate.
No way.
No way. Even as a 16-year-old kid, when they looked at me and said, "No way, you're 16. You are 18. Give me your real name." And I'm like, "This is my real name.
What do you want me to do?
This is my thing." And I was allegedly shoplifted a $3 keychain because I didn't have my ID. Oh, what? Don't tell me. He's just laying down. Wemby's down.
He's He's
stretching
nodding
out.
his head like he's fine, but he is definitely grabbing his knee. And we're
Walk it off, buddy.
yeah, that's
Walk
a
it off,
hobble.
buddy.
That's a hobble walk.
I think we're good. I think we escaped disaster, but you get what they call Johnny Sacks, which is 2 stale bologna sandwiches with 2 stale cookies and a mustard pack and an orange juice. I suggest trading the cookies to get another mustard pack because that's the only way those sandwiches are edible.
It's the only way to take it down. Give up your
Yes,
cookie.
Give up the cookies. They're not that good. So yes.
Well,
horrible, very rude staff. Medics don't care. And horrible.
the horrible staff seems to be a running trend there.
Another 5-star review from King Grizzly. Great food. The staff's very helpful. They thankfully know how to treat their guest.
Okay, again.
My suite was yes.
Yeah, we're doing bits here. Well, as Wemby hobbles off the court with under 7 minutes left in the third, let's jump into some Spurs notes. 8:40 market.
Go Spurs, go!
That's right, Gina. We saw
Thanks, Gina.
a tale of 2 fourth quarters since we've last been in the room last Thursday. Spurs end up going 1-1 over the course of the weekend.
They went 4-4 on this road trip.
Yeah.
So it seems like, hey, back-to-backs consecutively really take a toll on the players.
Well, as we were talking about last Thursday, I mean, it was their last 6 games until tonight were all 3 sets of back-to-backs. If you go, what was that first one?
that was literally like last Tuesday.
Right, yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Then they had Thursday, Friday off. Then
Saturday, Sunday.
Then
and
Monday,
then stretching
Tuesday.
back the week before
Yeah.
was the other 2. And it's a trend that seemingly, they continue. They can split. They can get 1 win on the back-to-backs, just like they did this past weekend. They end up beating Boston in Boston 100-95, a game that led to Jaylen Brown getting a $35,000 fine from the league.
Yeah, complaining about the refs, which was the historic low. Only 3 free throws shot for the Boston. 4?
I believe it was 4.
Oh, I think they made
got, yeah.
those 3. They made 3 of them. But
Yeah, they shot 75% from the line.
I think I had a stat on that.
3 for 4. Yeah, and it,
But to put a point out there, the Spurs are number 1 in free throw rate defense. That means they do not foul and put people on the line. We're number 1 in the league.
well, and that was Jaylen Brown's biggest complaint was like, look, I know they're good at defense, but there's no way they're doing it without fouling more than was called in that game. That's what got him the fine.
Yeah, but I get it. 4 free throws, I would be upset if I was a Boston fan. But when you're going against a number 1 team that doesn't give up free throws, it's not unheard of.
No,
if they're in the middle of the course, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, the refs really need to do their job. But you're going against the number 1 team that doesn't put you on the line.
It's also a Boston team that jacks up a lot of 3-point. It's not like they're attacking the rim every possession either.
Oh yeah, and no, he complained about the one where Wemby blocked him, but hit the ball first and went through to his hand, which is legal.
Well, last time I checked, I believe.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
literally
it still
stated
is.
if you're going through a block and you touch the ball first, you can go continue through his hand. Like, I'm sorry, Jalen.
Besides
you're still otherworldly good.
Yeah,
you know?
besides the narrative of the officiating coming out of that game, we did see the way that fourth quarter, the way the final couple minutes played out in that game Saturday. You saw Wemby hit the shot, elbow extended, that pretty much clinched the game there with under a minute, under 20 seconds to play in that. And then flash forward 24 hours later, he gets a similar look, better defended against Minnesota, and isn't able to make that one to put the Spurs back in the lead after Anthony Edwards had hit that running kind of floater, ended up being the game winner with 16 seconds left.
How we were up by 19 points.
How about 16-0 to start that game?
Yeah.
Did you catch it from the beginning?
I didn't catch it from the beginning.
Okay,
yeah,
so something Oklahoma City does it too. It's very small town, Hickville basketball community, very Hoosiers. The home team, the home fans don't sit down until the home team scores a basket. So in that game in Minnesota, the Spurs started 16-0. It was almost 5 minutes of gameplay until the Timberwolves scored a point. So they were standing for basically the half of the first quarter. And then, yeah, as you said, Spurs ended up getting up by 19 and eventually blow that lead there at the end to the Timberwolves.
Which just leads me to think that they're tired. Like, back-to-backs
Yeah.
on the road. And it's just like, come on. I mean, there's got to be – you should be able to, contest, your scheduling in the beginning of the season. Be like, what is this?
Yeah, I understand.
What is this?
I understand you're going to have back-to-backs throughout the season.
Yeah.
But to get 3 sets of them in a row over the course of, 11 days, 10 days?
Yeah.
That feels like, what are we doing here?
And you want to worry about the superstars getting injured
I wonder if it's because...
and not giving them time limit, basically regulating their time.
I wonder if it has
Their
anything
minutes.
to do with the Spurs playing in the NBA Cup final, making a long run. So now they've had to compress some of their schedule to get games. But I think all these were already on the schedule.
Yeah.
These weren't adjusted games or anything.
Now that we really have to focus on the Emeritus Cup because it's a thing. We want that thing now.
Now we're
I'm gonna delve in and take a look at the schedules and kind of do a little screenshot and see how it changed.
It feels like there's, if anything, that's the best I can come up with to have something to do with it. Elsewhere in those games, we did see, not in the Celtics game, but in the T-Wolves game, and then eventually also tonight, we saw Wemby returning to the starting lineup. The bench experiment, minutes restriction seemingly lifted, at least.
I saw that 26 number of minutes off the bench quite frequently. So is he still in the running for?
Yeah, because you've got to be at least 25, isn't it?
Yeah,
I believe.
You gave me.
I think you got to be at least 25, and you get 2 or 4 exception games where you can be under, but if you played, because there was that one earlier where Wemby played 21 minutes, and they were saying it wasn't going to count, but it could be one of the exceptions. It's all ridiculous. Even returning to the starting lineup, though, it's funny you mentioned the 26 minute night. He played 27, only 27 against Minnesota, returning to the starting lineup. Had 29 points though in that game, but again, unfortunately, missed that attempt to take the lead there with under 10 seconds left. Spurs got 3. I think you would say 3 good, decent looks at it. Wemby's first look, Cornette's attempt on the rebound, and then the ball pops out to De'Aaron Fox at the top of the arc.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this stretch, this last 2 weeks, we just can't put the ball in the hole. It seems like Vassell, since he's been out, our offense is sputtering. We're having to pull out games that we can only put up 105 points on. And it's almost like we have to play bully ball, but how long can you actually do that? And it's just, here we go right now. The Spurs are just turnovers.
Yeah, 11.
Stephon Castle's, I think he's digressing a little bit.
Well, a little bit of a sophomore wall, maybe.
Oh, yeah, and because he started out so hot, and a lot of that has to do with, I think, more the veteran presence of Vassell and the fact that we don't have someone to calm us down from our shooting woes.
Yeah.
We're jacking it up. We're getting frustrated. We're not making crisp passes. Wemby's just falling on the ground.
Outside of, that's the thing. We talk about, what the one thing this roster could still use more of, and that's shooting. Yeah. And if you take away, I think if you were to rank the shooters on this roster right now, you would say, at least at the perimeter, excluding Wemby, Harrison Barnes has been your most accurate.
Yeah.
Champagny has been your most streaky and can put up the biggest numbers. But then Devin Vassell is in that group. Those are your three best shooters on the perimeter on the roster. And losing Vassell is not just about losing his individual points. It's about the way the defense has to play against the Spurs when they have another shooter like that.
It stretches them out.
Exactly. It bends the defense to have to to have to respect that other perimeter player for the Spurs. And right now, I mean, look at this roster, for example.
Yeah.
Who's the perimeter threat? It's Champagny, and it's not Dylan Harper. Keldon can hit him every now and then.
De'Aaron Fox anymore. I mean, he's just he's just horrible at the three right now. And how is this like he's grabbing the jersey?
They're finally gonna call something there.
He's in his pocket.
This feels like this was going to be a statement game for Oklahoma City. The way the first three matchups went. This one back in Oklahoma City in front of their crowd.
He's pushing them.
Well, someone's got to take the Lou Dort. That was also a bit of a
that was an acting job at the end, but
just to get the call. Someone's got to take the Lou Dort role for Oklahoma City tonight with him being out. You got to have someone that's going to kick your leg out on.
Three people are paying attention to Wemby right now,
and Keldon
just
misses the shot clock. Yeah, this third quarter woes. I mean, granted, playing Oklahoma City defending champions on the road.
Yeah,
I don't think you can just say. It's the normal third quarter struggles that the Spurs team have had all season.
Yeah,
because Oklahoma City.
Have we got an update on Vassell's return?
Nothing concrete. I mean, it doesn't seem like.
So is it a calf injury that he got or a hammy?
It doesn't seem like it's been, updated.
I haven't heard anything. I didn't even know he went out for a little bit in the beginning. Because I think we were like rolling. But then I'm like, why is our shooting? And then I'm like realizing, Vassell's not on the court. And it's not just because he has the same haircut as Castle. And I'm like, there he is.
Yeah, no, it's still it's the left abductor strain that he suffered back against the Cavs. But there's multiple ways you can look at it. There hasn't been any updates, and they continue just to say he's ruled out indefinitely. Mm-hmm. But also, he's traveling with the team on this road trip. So you would think,
he's getting some work in.
If it was a real long-term recovery situation, he probably wouldn't be traveling on a 3-game road trip with the team. I think that until we get an update that says it's something worse, I would expect it's continually just a game by game, day by day, see how the rehab's going.
We got to get him back. And I don't know what trade deadline's till the 2nd.
Yeah, what are we 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks away? Mm-hmm. It'll be 3 weeks from tomorrow.
See, same thing. He hit the ball first and followed through to his hand, and he's complaining. Like, that is not a foul. Like, ball. It's just like football. Tip the ball. You can hit them as hard as you like. You can hit the players, but
this is stretched into a 15-point game now with 2 minutes left in the third.
If we get it to single digits, which it's that I can see it coming thing, but like they're playing with so much emotion, and I just think people are, I don't know, they're worn out.
It certainly feels. I mean, watching the games,
it's been depressing watching the 14-1 run right now.
Yeah, watching the games over the weekend. I think you said it earlier. I mean, I think you're definitely seeing fatigue laden games. This one, I thought the fatigue wouldn't be as much of an issue because they're just playing up based on emotions. Going against the Thunder.
But you don't think it's in the back of their head that like we can't put the ball in the hole. We can't score 120, 130 points.
Oh, I think
what's going on?
Yeah, I think it's definitely changing your psyche going into a game, knowing that your offense is in a bit of a rut. No other way to really put it. There's again, I think we're going to see some moves around the trade deadline that, golly, SGA's facial reactions his flop face when he, and his eyes get real big.
Yeah.
He argued, is there a least likable league MVP?
You think SGA is the least likable MVP?
Like, think of recent.
Recent ones, but the least likable to me was, I don't know, man. I never liked Steph Curry.
What?
Yeah.
That's
He just would boast and brag, and he's so good. And I'm like, he's sitting there just like yelling, and then he'd like be taking, like, it's just him and Draymond. He would feed in with Draymond and just be like, oh, as good of a player as he was, like, it just killed me.
Yeah, I guess if you're including Draymond in the Steph Curry MVP conversation, you might have some. But I mean, like, Jokic, no one really.
He's funny. He's because like who he is. He's just funny.
God, do you remember Joel Embiid won the MVP?
Yeah, one like
3 years ago.
When he finally was healthy 1 year.
Yeah, and then Jokic.
Least likable.
Giannis.
Westbrook.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You have to go all the way back, or Harden the year after. You've got to go all the way back.
They can't miss right now. Almost 20 points. I don't even want to watch this game no more.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be a fun, but it also means we won't be as distracted as we move into our main seggy and talk football from the past weekend. We got a lot to get to there. You have any other Spurs thoughts?
Spurs thoughts. Wes in the chat. Why am I a Spurs fan? Well, sir, I was born in Oklahoma. We didn't have any big teams. So I became a San Fran fan because I had a stepfather that was rather annoying. And I picked the San Francisco Niners to root for and stayed with them. And as for a Yankees fan, my granddad loves some Joe DiMaggio. He was a fan, and he taught me baseball. So that's how I became an all-American sports fan.
Yeah,
East Coast, West Coast, down to the South.
The only time zone you don't have a team in is Mountain Time.
Mountain, yeah.
You need to be like a Colorado.
It's like Phoenix is like they just got rid of the time zones.
Be a Colorado Rapids fan, the MLS team.
I love
there.
some Denver, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be an Avalanche fan just for you.
You would. You absolutely. Yeah. That checks
I
out.
go with the Stars, man. Even though anything Dallas, I just. But I do like the fact that the fans get up for Dallas and they like rocking the stadium. But yeah, if I had to go anything hockey, it would be Dallas. But that is the history of the Cap there, Wes.
Yeah, that at least
no bandwagon here.
That at least makes me.
I'm an Oklahoma State for life fan. Stillwater, baby. Go Cowboys. Pokes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, because you don't have a college football option in Mountain. We need to find you a team for Mountain. You need to.
Think about that one.
Yeah. Need to
not
work
doing
on
Utah.
that. 8:57. Let's get into the main seggy. See if we can get out of here without going 2 hours tonight. How about a little playoff football extravaganza? I figure we just burn through it as it happened in real time. Starting, if you go back and watch the episode we did last Thursday night, we signed off right as Miami was driving. They hadn't won it yet though, because we missed it. We missed it live because
I didn't know that they had a chance at a Hail Mary.
Ole Miss?
No.
Yeah.
No, the Canes. Oh yeah, Ole Miss. Yeah. So like.
Did you not listen to it on the way home?
No. I was like 20 seconds left. They're not gonna. This isn't professional football. It's not gonna happen. But like supposedly that like I heard everybody up in arms about the fact that it was a pass interference.
Okay, what if it had happened halfway through the first quarter?
Yeah.
It's pass interference.
You're not gonna get that call on the last play.
Why not though? If it's clear that the guy is just being tugged down by the jersey.
It's like, are you gonna get an unnecessary roughness call on the bottom of the pile as you're like grabbing nuts and poking eyes?
Okay, let me ask you this: if
you don't get those calls,
if Spurs are playing the Thunder in a playoff series, and Chet gets called for a foul in the first quarter on a block but then they swallow their whistle in the final minute of a close game in the fourth quarter.
Happens all the time.
Exactly. And it drives me insane.
A foul
Every
is a foul is a foul.
If it happens in practice, if it happens in the walkthrough against chairs in the hotel lobby.
Well, we saw how
That
the refs
happens.
could swallow the whistle through the Emertes Cup.
Oh, for sure. Well,
You know?
and the thing about that though, it was consistent.
Yeah.
It was they didn't call anything first, second, third, or fourth quarter, which that's all I'm asking for is just the consistency because you're right. They're not going to call that.
Yeah.
But
It has to be so flagrant, like
Well,
ripping,
I mean-
ripping him down from the back by his jersey while he was open enough to catch the ball and nobody else around him.
okay, this one wasn't that flagrant,
Yeah, it wasn't that flagrant, but that's the only way you're going to get that call.
but it definitely was pass interference.
I would say about
Well, it wasn't because they didn't call it.
60% of the Hail Marys at the end of games, there's pass interference in there. Somewhere, holding somewhere in there.
Yeah, and that's where
But the fact is, you got two other people going for the ball as well. So the fact is, are we going to mess around with was he playing the guy or was he playing the ball?
or maybe just call it defensive holding and not interference.
Yeah.
If you're just holding the jersey, so it's a 5-yard or 10-yard penalty and replay the down.
But they're like, it's only 15 yards, so they get another shot at the 25. That's not a guaranteed. Yeah, but it's the percentage goes up.
So by this logic, just every single Hail Mary, just tackle a guy. They're not going to call it.
Go for the ball.
That's
You got one guy shadowing a receiver. You got the other guys going for the ball. So it looks like they're not just playing the man.
I would say the fact that we've talked about this for several minutes now overshadows, goes to show that for a lot of people overshadowed how good that game was. Because the back and forth as we were sitting here doing the show, and then that final drive from Miami, Carson Beck takes them all the way down the field
And runs it
ends
in.
up running it in. As if you go back and watch the play, we were watching it live because we had finished the show and then you and I were just sitting here watching it, and I immediately said, throw it to Malachi Tony, and you said no, he was bracketed because he cut inside. So I watched the replay whenever I got home that night. If he had it was obviously a read route. He had the either cut inside.
Yeah, or
Take it out, or just sit down in the zone. And he clearly made the wrong choice by going inside.
Yeah.
If he had cut outside, he would have been wide ass open.
Yeah.
And Beck, but we don't know if the throw would have been completed. So it's in a weird way, Tony going inside mistakenly is what ended up making it open for Beck to run
it on
outside.
the outside.
Right.
Yeah, so he cleared it out. So the real question is, was that deliberate by Tony or was that
No, there's
Tony wanted the ball.
Yeah, there's no question he wanted to be the one that scored that touchdown. But how about the last team, the final at-large team that got into the tournament
Yeah.
is playing in the national
Over
championship
Notre
game
Dame.
in their home stadium too.
Yeah, so I want
Dolphins
Notre Dame
Stadium.
to take a seat. You can take a seat for the rest of the year. I don't want to hear any more about, we should have been in there. No, the Hurricanes deserve to be in there.
Well, Notre Dame fans now are saying, see, if we had been in like we should have been, we'd be in the national championship game. We'd be playing Indiana.
Yeah, that's why they're annoying.
That's exactly. Trust me, it's only going to get worse next year when they automatically get in if they are in the top 12.
They're going to be 13.
They're still.
They're going to be the only two lost 13. 13.
Hopefully, they're the only undefeated
Yeah.
team outside the top 12. Like just out of
Yeah,
principle,
just put
you
them out
can't
there.
just don't include them. They shouldn't get the easy pathway. But yeah, as surprising as Miami's run to the championship game has been, it's equally unsurprising Indiana's run there because they have been, without question, the most dominant team in college football this season. As crazy as that still sounds to say out
Most
loud,
disciplined.
Indiana,
Yeah.
Indiana, the team that had more losses in the history of college football until week 3 of this season. That Indiana program is playing in a national championship game next Monday night.
I don't get it, man. Man. Mendoza, the balls that he dropped right in the lap of his receivers, like back shoulder throws,
the back shoulder
over the top basket catches.
The back shoulder throws are what makes him. When I see some of those throws, it's like that's your 1-1 in the April NFL draft.
So,
I mean, he's making NFL throws.
He's like the Raiders. Son of a.
Oh no, he's gonna love Vegas. He's gonna love it. It is. You ask, how how is it happening? What are we seeing with Indiana? I do think on some levels it is as simple as Indiana has 23-year-old grown ass men, and the teams they're playing have great 5-star recruits. Kids that are, sophomores, juniors, 19, 20, 21 that were 5 stars. But Indiana has grown men that absolutely knock the piss out of you on defense.
Their line looks taller. It looks bigger.
They only rotate like 13 guys on defense.
Oh, wow.
So they've got their starting 11, and then they've got 2 other dudes that.
And they just play a 2 safety shell.
They run 3 linebackers, which is not common in college football anymore. It's very old school style, like not rolling subs. Like we're relying on our guys. And granted, I mean, I think once maybe Cignetti's been there longer and they can build more depth on that roster, they might play more guys.
He's a guy that moves around, though. He's Cignetti doesn't stay at the same spot for too long.
Any chance we see him as the Steelers head coach?
I'm like, that's what I was kind of thinking.
It's interesting, isn't
now that Baltimore and the Steelers opened up,
kind of interesting.
Like Cignetti, like, hey, do the Vegas give up the first overall pick for 5 first-rounders from the Steelers?
What for
so he can get Mendoza?
So he could. Oh yeah.
Because please just retire Aaron Rodgers. I can't deal with you anymore, man.
No, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But I think we've probably seen the last of Rodgers.
I want to shout out Mark Fletcher Jr. from Miami, who absolutely was running the ball down their throats for Ole Miss, and he set the tone for the game. And he was making 8-yard clips, and just kept, like, every time they would get some momentum, the running Fletcher just stopped him. And that's a shout out to the line. That's a shout out to Fletcher. And I think is he like a redshirt freshman?
Is he that young? That feels, you might be right. I didn't realize he was.
Oh no, he's a junior. I think it was Shamar Brown. He is the sophomore. Yeah. But he had 54 yards, but Fletcher was the real one, averaged 6 yards a carry, 19-yard long. So it wasn't one breakaway. It was a steady dose of 7,
it was
10 yards.
It was take your medicine, one play after another. I think that's if you had to pinpoint anything specifically that has led to this Miami run through the bracket as the 10 seed. They have been the more physical team in every single matchup, which is funny thinking about it because, Miami coming from the ACC, it isn't considered, a physical brand of
Big
football.
12.
Exactly.
Like we're going to see some offense, but we're not going to see stellar defense.
They've out-physicaled a SEC team in Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. They out-physicaled another SEC team in Ole Miss. And then in between that, they out-physicaled the team that everyone thought was the most physical team in the country, Ohio State, out of the Big Ten. So, again, going back to this future where we just anoint a certain amount of SEC and Big Ten teams with playoff spots, I think...
You know what I reward that to NIL. Now
Oh, for
Alabama
sure.
doesn't have backup starters just resting on the bench. So if someone goes down, they don't, they're not missing a beat. They're going to go start somewhere else, get paid, and get some tape on them, because they're not University of Kentucky NCAA basketball where it's one and done. And basically, that's what Miami was churning out, and that's why Saban left, because he's like, I'm not going to have a stacked team like I normally do.
Yeah, no, he got out when the
2 5-star quarterbacks on my team, 3 5-star running backs on my team.
No, those days are over. Which,
I think it's good.
I think it's great. I think it's led to parity. It's led to unpredictability. It's led to this is now 3 seasons in a row where the SEC doesn't have a team in the national championship game. That's great for college football.
And this is the battle of the offense versus the defense.
Yeah.
You've got the offense of Indiana.
Indiana's defense isn't
not
that bad
yeah,
either.
But which one shines more?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But which one shines more for Miami? Even though I can say their offense isn't horrible. Malachi Tony.
They've got weapons.
Beck, who's been there, which is not, he's not elite like Mendoza.
Potential top 10 tackle.
Yeah.
Some beef on the offensive line.
So they can slow down their offense through their defense and through their own offense by if they're running the ball and just running the clock, keeping them cold on the bench. But I'm excited for this game. This is one of those games where I want the best defense versus the best offense. And I think we got that.
I think you're getting the closest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could debate or pick apart, maybe someone better defensively than Miami, but
not with the run they had through the playoffs.
Not over the last month.
No,
yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about someone who was better defensively in October, sure. Knock yourself out, but the football
don't analytic me.
Exactly. Like sometimes just use your eyes. And the football we've seen for the last month says that Miami defense is the best defense playing football at the college level.
That's what I hate, man. It's like you see a tape of something and you're like, no, that's not what actually happened. I'm like, nah, I'm going to trust these things usually tell me
every now and then I don't need numbers. I don't need a spreadsheet of GTA stats to tell me what's going to.
But he really appreciates it.
I do. No, it's if it gets me more new cars, I love it. We're not going to do a live show Thursday. LG's on Spurs duty, but we will do a show. We'll record it and put it out there. So we'll talk more about the Miami-Indiana game on Thursday, since it isn't till next Monday night, 6 days away from the, I would assume, 6 days away from the national championship game. I would assume, well, maybe I shouldn't assume. Who are you leaning right now as we sit here 6 days away?
So what was it? 7.5 they gave Indiana?
Is that where it opened?
Yeah, that's where it opened. Let's see where they're at now. National championship, Indiana, Miami. It is still at 7.5.
Ooh, DraftKings has it moved up to 8.5. Indiana.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, your eyes tell you Indiana is clearly the best team in the country.
Yeah, but I also saw Miami take down Ohio State.
Yep.
Ole Miss.
A&M on the road.
All of them stellar offensive teams.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, maybe
maybe not. A&M more of it was a defense versus defense.
Yeah,
but you had to do it at Kyle Field. The other ones were neutral site games.
They were underdogs. They've been underdogs the whole time. So my heart's with Miami, and with those points, give me 8.5. I'm playing with my heart, not my head, because my head tells me Indiana's running.
Yeah, if I'm making, I think the gambling play would be take that Hurricanes defense plus 8.5 points.
Yeah.
Without hesitation. But I think Indiana wins this game.
With Mendoza playing and being as sharp as he is, the question is going to be answered. Can he stay that sharp underneath the pressure of Miami? I don't know, but I can't bet against him because I haven't seen it done yet.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like, I think that's the best analysis you can say about Indiana when I see them disappoint me, it will be the first time I've seen it
this year.
this year. And even last year, I mean, they were
stuck. Like they
weren't as good.
They were a 2-loss team, and I
Right.
didn't even notice because like I'm focused on all the other big time schools, Ohio State's, like Oregon's, Oklahoma's, Texas was the big talk of the town with Arch going to the playoffs.
the new blood in college football. I mean, if you exclude James Madison and Tulane,
Yeah,
for just they got in as conference champions, but among the at-large teams, Tech obviously new territory for them. Indiana new territory.
Tech upgraded on quarterback though.
I think
They
Ole
got-
Miss, Sorsby. Ole Miss, you would say absolutely new territory. A&M being back in this territory, they'd never been anywhere close to it. Even going back to the BCS days. Miami getting back to this territory for the first time since the BCS days. So I mean, what's that? 6 of the original 10 teams, if you exclude the conference champion group of 5 schools that are
the Georgia, the
new to
Alabama,
right.
the
You're
Ohio
not
State, the Oregon. Like we've seen them in big games.
the
in
only
championship
thing
games.
close to that we got this year was Alabama, Oklahoma in the first round.
Yeah.
That's the kind of matchup you had been accustomed to seeing over the last 5 years in the college football postseason. So for that reason,
And the Sooners blew it.
it's shaping up to be a fun final national championship game because I do think, all that being said, you're probably not going to have as high of ratings with Indiana playing Miami. Miami is great for a small amount of people. It's not like Miami has a giant national footprint.
You don't think the nostalgia, I mean, you're going to get the 40, 50, 60-year-olds watching it because they remember Miami.
Sure, I think if they were
But
playing
the new kids don't know
Right.
about the U and
I think if they were playing a Notre Dame or an Alabama or hell, even Penn State.
But the star power, can the star power push the ratings? That's what we're going to see. Can Mendoza, the Heisman winner,
yeah,
the stellar offense, crisp passing versus 5 first round defenders, that are going to go in the first round, and an all worldly, freshman wideout / running back.
Also, I mean, if you love the game, who cares about the ratings? So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I don't really care, but I do. If you want to say if there's one bad thing about Indiana being in this position, it's the fact that unless this is the beginning of a 20-year run where they climb to the upper echelon of college football,
Is it a one-off?
yeah, very,
Where's the booster money coming from?
and especially if the Indiana, that Indiana Oregon game, what was it, 35-7
Yeah,
at halftime?
it was boring.
It was always boring.
I called it. I was like, they're gonna get blown out. They're gonna just put their foot on the gas, and it's gonna be a battle of the two, because those are potentially number 1, number 2 quarterbacks taken if they go into NFL.
Assuming Dante Moore
Yeah.
comes out.
So
Which
I
also
like
that game, first pass attempt, first play of the game, and you throw a pick six.
Have you heard of the whatchamacallit, the old they knew the script or something? They hacked
they
the
had-
system.
okay.
What was it? Miami hacked the system, and it was the first pick six. Was that Indiana or was
That was Indiana against
so
Oregon.
so Miami's saying that they hacked Oregon's computer and knew their whole first drive playbook and stuff.
Okay.
And there's
I mean, or they just kicked your ass.
yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know.
There's the whole conspiracy thing on that one. I'm like, come on.
I'd
get
be
outta here.
open to hear more information because of how thorough the ass kicking was. That it does make me assume they had to have
Bill
had
Belichick did record those practices.
exactly. They had to have had some sort of
Maybe
some sort of
don't
heads
put
up.
it in the cloud, guys.
Any other thoughts on college before we move into the NFL action?
Nah, man, I'm stoked for this game, man. This is kind of like when Oklahoma State got snubbed. I want to see Oklahoma State's offense versus Alabama's defense. I always love that offensive versus defensive matchup, dude.
And I think we're definitely getting, in those terms, you might not have thought Miami was the best team or anywhere close to the best team, but for the last month, these are the two teams that have been playing the best football.
Yeah.
So we will get that next Monday night in Hard Rock Stadium there in Miami. It'd be interesting to see if there's any kind of, because that's the other thing, that Indiana-Oregon game, that was which one? That was Peach Bowl in Atlanta. That was like 90% pro-Indiana crowd.
Yeah. They're traveling.
Exactly. I mean, they've never, imagine.
We got nothing else.
Okay, real quickly before we move to NFL, I was telling the roommate this as we were watching the game, the Indiana-Oregon game, and she was like, where are the Oregon fans? Like, where are, why is this all, the whole crowd just red and white? And I was, telling her, like, imagine if you were at Tech right now.
Yeah.
Like, she, born and raised Lubbock, imagine if you went to Texas Tech the previous 2 years and then you were still there. This was the beginning of your junior year, and all of a sudden you're playing in the college football playoffs. Like, you're traveling to
and
that
you're the
game.
favorite.
And imagine, and so an Indiana fan, imagine 2 years ago, you're getting all of your acceptance letters, and you're like, yes, I got into my dream school, Indiana. Maybe the basketball program will rise from the ashes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get meaningful
Dennis Hopper
basketball. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll get, because that's the only chance I'm going to have to watch good college athletics while I am on campus in Bloomington.
But now you have a Heisman Trophy winner.
You never would have considered that your team would be undefeated, number one team in the country with the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback playing in a national championship. That thought would have never crossed your mind.
You're talking about every generation is like, oh my God, what is going on here? I got to see this.
So it's
lore in Indiana.
It's
right
current students, it's past students, it's grandparents, it's every alumni that had never went to a football game one time when they were in college there are going to these games. So I do think there is, if Indiana continues, it'll be interesting though, because the game is in Miami.
And I think Indiana's football juices got revitalized with one Indiana Jones.
Okay.
In the beginning, they're like, because they're like, what do they have to root for since Andrew Luck's left?
Yeah, no, it's been pretty brutal.
It's brutal. The Pacers, like, they got real hype on the Pacers a little bit.
Yeah, for a minute until Halliburton's injury. Well, speaking of Indiana Jones and the Colts, let's jump into NFL playoff weekend because, dude, the first 4 games, Saturday and Sunday, that's as good as it gets when it comes to playoff football.
Like, when you're watching the whole game, like, I wasn't like tuned out and like all of a sudden like, oh, they came back. Like I said, 14 fourth quarter lead changes in those first 4 games. It was like some of them were
insane.
They were brutal in the beginning, and you're like 7-10, 7-3,
21-3 at halftime.
21-3. That Chicago game, I'm telling you, I got a friend who's a huge Hickok Bears fan.
Yeah,
went to week 18 where they actually lost, and she was losing her freaking mind, man. Like, when they were coming back, I was like, just give them a chance. Let's see what happens. I don't see them running the ball too much because Jacobs didn't get the ball. Like, now LaFleur deserves all the smoke he's getting.
Well, and it seems like he's actually going to get a contract extension out of this as they are currently negotiating.
That's what the quote. Oh, I know we're skipping the first game. We're going to the night game, but the question I posed to a friend of mine, who loses their job first, LaFleur or Love? And I said Love. I don't believe in Love. Like, he's so hit or miss. He's not consistent.
Yeah. That game against Chicago, though, was not as much about Jordan Love blowing it as it was, that Packers defense allowing the comeback, there in the, and I think there's some I think there's some level of misappropriation of blame. Yeah, because you've also got to look on the other side and say, who's been the best fourth quarter quarterback all season in the NFL?
Caleb.
It's been Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
What did we see down 21-3 at halftime going into the fourth quarter? What was it? Was
What,
still
he had 6 fourth quarter comebacks this
Right.
season? Like he broke
Right.
records. Like
they won multiple games where they were losing at the 2-minute warning. I mean, it wasn't like he was, these were late game comebacks.
yeah, like final drive stuff. And
Right.
so it's like I was like, let it happen. So they were 5% chance to win when the Bears scored their last touchdown. And it started rising and rising. And then when McManus missed that field goal, they were about at 55.
That was huge.
Yeah, 44-yard field goal. I don't care if you're in the Windy City. You got to make that thing. Come on, dude.
Yeah, because how many
doinks did we see this weekend? I feel like there was like
I can think of 2 at least.
one game had 3.
I was about to say
And it was a double doinker.
Yeah.
Like it was like one doinked in. Like the kickers, and they got to take a Xanax or something, man. They're freaking out on the sideline. They got to talk to each other. There's got to be a little kicker community.
Oh, you would assume, yeah.
Like a kicker group chat where like, oh man, we're not looking too good out here, y'all.
You would assume there's some back channel communications taking place. Is it starting to feel, because watching that Bears comeback Saturday night or Saturday evening, is it starting to feel like they are the Washington Commanders of this year? Last year Washington with Jaden Daniels end up going on the run to the NFC Championship game. I mean,
Yeah, because I see what you're saying. Like Washington did have some, like they had the Hail Mary win.
Right.
Washington
had 9 wins in 1-score games
Yeah.
last year. They were 8-1 in 1-score games last year.
could have easily flipped either way.
Right.
So I could see that, but the Bears, they're always going to have a somewhat good defense. They're always going to be the top half of the defense. Not the best defense they put out there so far, but they invested in Caleb. They invested in DJ. They invested in Odunze. They invested in their line on the draft. They're obviously trying to put out some offense. They got Swift. Monungai is stepping up to take over that leading role. Swift seems like a bruiser. So it's an exciting offense.
Yeah.
If the defense can keep it close.
That's why thinking about jumping back to that first game on Saturday, the team the Bears will host, the Rams beating the Panthers 34-31.
The Rams haven't looked good for like 6 games.
No.
Like they're very beatable.
Which again is
They
looking at a potential Bears run
that-
to the NFC Championship
We
game.
both called it last week. Is like this game, like take the Carolina with the
what was it,
points.
10.5?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like they're not clicking on all cylinders. Devontae Adams just came off injury. He's obviously not 100%. Like what did he catch? Like 3 balls that game. Shadow Puka, Stafford, like I said, makes dumb passes every once in a while.
You're going to get one of them.
Yeah,
At
you're
least.
going to get one interception. He's going to throw it right to the defensive player.
He's also going to drop it right in Puka Nakua's hands.
And he's going to make magical passes.
That should have been a touchdown there. What was that? At the end of the first half,
Oh, God.
Puka drops that ball.
I was like, yes, let it be Carolina. Oh, man, I was so disappointed. So it seems like the NFC West is going to just, like, run through the NFC. What the?
Which, I mean, well, granted, the NFC West had 3 11-win teams, or 3 teams with at least.
We had 13 wins.
Not all 3 teams.
Yeah. All 3 teams had 13 plus wins, I believe.
Is that no? Rams were 12-5.
12-5?
Yeah, and y'all were.
Oh, because they sat the last game.
Yeah. It still counts though. It's still Y'all were 12-5 as well. So yeah, it was 3 teams with at least 12 wins.
I was thinking because of that extra game. I don't know.
Looking at the NFC, I think you probably could have confidently said that the last team standing would be from the NFC West.
You have good odds.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so Rams, NFC West playing at the Bears now as
Any thoughts on the Carolina Rams game? I mean, Carolina definitely a year or two early
that's what
to what they're building, but McMillan looks sharp. Like Coker, he was a problem.
I would still say I have way more questions about Carolina before and after the games this weekend. Well, certainly after, but particularly before.
Yeah.
More questions about them than the Bears. You talk about teams being ahead of their schedule.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Carolina's ceiling is with Bryce Young at quarterback. Because I look at the Bears and I say, dude, they have a guy.
Yeah.
They have their guy, a stud at quarterback, Caleb Williams.
He's short? Because he's not even 6 foot.
I think it's a lot of things. I mean, it's the lack of production I've seen over the course of 2 NFL seasons now. It's
so he should be a professional backup, but that's about it.
well, I think it probably comes down to the luck of the draw when you get the 1-1. Like
they're also in the weakest division.
The Hawks get Risha Share and the Spurs get Wemby in back-to-back years. Like sometimes you're going to get a Caleb Williams, sometimes you're going to get a Bryce Young.
Yeah.
It's just luck of the odds of who's coming out in a year where you're that bad. I'm not sure Carolina feels a whole lot better going into next season because I think their future begins and ends with what Bryce Young becomes as quarterback. That defense is great. Yeah. They've shown to be a physical team that can run the ball. There's a lot of things that they do really well. But if you're stuck at the quarterback position, if you're stuck in mediocrity, I don't think you're not going anywhere.
No.
So like even when
that's why I think Tomlin left. He's like, I'm not going to have a good quarterback for a minute.
I mean, it very well could, and I don't want to go through the process of developing another youngster and
let me go to Baltimore.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the potential Tomlin Harbaugh swap, wife swap in the AFC North. No, I don't think there's that Panthers team. Someone had to be there from the NFC South.
And they wanted it to be the Bucks. They tried very hard.
Sure. And I would say the Panthers are still going into this offseason with a lot of the same questions they had last offseason.
Yeah, they were definitely 2 years ahead of time, in my opinion. And let's see if, New Orleans can catch up or Tampa comes back to form. I don't know. I think Baker's just been injured too much. How much can that little body take?
I mean, there's a real scenario or a real argument to be made for the fact that Carolina might have the worst quarterback in that division. Between Baker, Penix Jr.,
from the rookie,
Tyler Shuck.
They're talking about starting Kirk Cousins over Penix next year.
And I would say there's a good case. Like,
and Bryce Young's still the worst.
Yes. Like, if you want to give me Penix or Kirk Cousins. Like, I mean, there's a lot of questions for Carolina at the most important position. And I think that determines their next 5-year.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like this. I mean, they were 8-9, dude. It doesn't feel like this playoff run is really built on anything sustainable. And it's more built out of default. Someone had to be there from that division.
And Rico Dow going absolutely crazy for a 3-4 game stretch.
That helps. Yeah. And then, kind of fell back into expectations there by the end of the season.
Yeah. Chuba was fresh.
I mean, I think they've got a weapon in McMillan. Yeah. There's some players that are exciting, but I just can't get over. I mean, look across.
Can't get over Bryce Young.
No, because look across the the rest of that NFC bracket right now.
Yeah.
You know, who would you rather have right now? You just completely trashed Jordan Love, but you would rather have Jordan Love than Bryce Young right now.
Yeah.
I think that kind of tells you where Carolina's at. Like that, you know.
Exactly.
Moving into Sunday, starting with another game that I thought I was going to sneak out. Also, Bears-Packers was one of the games I changed at the last minute because I couldn't just stay tied with you. I couldn't go 6-6 like you did this weekend. So I went Packers. I thought I was going to have that when it was 21-3. I
was like, man, I wish he stuck with the Packers.
The other game I flipped was Jags. I had Bills with you originally, and then
can't bet against Josh Allen just yet.
Not yet. McDermott gets his first road playoff win as coach of the Bills after starting 0-5. Finally gets a win on the right side of the ledger. I think if you're looking at the AFC now the rest of the way after the Bills survived this game against Jacksonville, I'd say there are two certainties that I am sure of right now in the AFC. One, the Bills have the best quarterback still playing football on the AFC side of things, and the Texans have the best defense playing football right now.
That defense is scary.
It feels like we are on a bit of a collision course of Josh Allen going up against that Texans defense.
So the Texans...
That would be your AFC championship game because Texans travel to New England, Bills travel to Denver, yeah.
I said it in the beginning. I kind of want to see Denver and Texans, the two best defenses, go at it and see which offense kind of like takes the reins, but you kind of sold me on that. Texans versus the Bills seems
kind of like you were
sexy.
saying, like with Indiana, Miami, like take the best quarterback, put him up against the best defense. Let's see who represents the AFC because it's just such a wide open year where on the NFC side of things. I mean, your guy's been there 3 times but never won it. Stafford has the one win with McVay. But then you've got Caleb Williams. You've got Aaron Darnold.
Yeah.
And who's the other one I'm missing from the NFC?
Oh, you got...
No, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the 4.
Yeah.
And then the AFC, you've got Drake May coming off his first playoff start. You got Bo Nix about to make his first.
C.J. Stroud's been there.
C.J. Stroud's been there a couple times now.
Yeah.
And then there's Josh Allen left. So I mean, it feels like the AFC. If this is not the year, then
what are you doing with them?
Exactly. And what are you doing with McDermott? I mean, they come back. They end up getting that win 27-24 over the Jags.
They had a chance, man. But Allen kind of just strapped it up and was like, I'm not losing this game.
No, it was a Josh Allen carrying them to get past that Jacksonville team.
In the first time playoff, Trevor Lawrence, tip ball at the end, interception, unfortunate, but I didn't see him marching down the field. I thought they looked a little deflated after they got the field goal.
Yeah.
To go up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they got the touchdown.
They got the touchdown there. Yeah. The also the craziness of Brandon Cooks being
the best receiver on the team.
That's so unstable. I mean,
Gabe Davis out with torn ACL.
Right.
Yeah. Cooks is gonna have to step up. I mean, wild veteran. You got big arm Josh. You're supposed to be the burner.
Yeah, that's their lack of weapons. Certainly, lack of weapons and lack of consistency on the defensive side of the ball are certainly reasons why they should not be favored to win in Denver.
Like, where's the money going? Like, I don't understand why you can't go out and get a receiver. There's disgruntled receivers all over the place.
Yeah, Who's
I mean,
the last one they even kind of tried with? I mean,
Stephon Diggs.
yeah, the Diggs, yeah, and then you move on.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me just for not having any rooting interest whatsoever in the AFC or in the outcome of any of these AFC games. The softy in me says, let's get the Bills back to a Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
I certainly don't care to root for any team over them. So it's like by default,
Not even
I
Texans.
hope they.
Is that the Cowboy in you?
God no. Well, no, that's the we're going to talk about because we watched the Texans game last night out in the wild, and
Boring game until the fourth.
Texans fans are an interesting breed. We'll talk about that here at the end of the main seggy. I tell you what, we'll knock Chargers Pats out of the way so we can give full room to Niners Eagles. Patriots, Drake May making his debut. That Chargers offense just couldn't do anything. It has no real weapons on the outside.
Yeah.
Down Marion Hampton, running back. He got like 2 snaps, and they were clear, like, you're not ready to go. You can't give us anything. Justin Herbert running for his life.
God, man. He was the second leading rusher as a quarterback this year.
Behind Josh Allen, yeah?
Yeah, that's not Herbert's.
You know who
forte.
his offensive coordinator was until earlier today when he got fired?
Who?
Greg Roman. The Kaepernick offense.
Hey, that's John Harbaugh right there. But I mean, he was just injured, man. He was taking brutal hits, and I'm sorry. When you have the offense telling, like, all the offensive players seem to go up to New England's like, we didn't know what you were doing. We didn't know if you're playing zone, if you're going to blitz, if you're going to do anything. The line was completely shut off. Are they in purgatory where they're never going to get a good pick, because they're always going to sneak into the playoffs or be a high, almost into the playoff team?
The Chargers feel a lot like the Cowboys with Dak.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like Herbert's always going to, if he's healthy, he's always going to give you 7 wins as the floor, 12 wins as the ceiling. Mm-hmm. Probably not a whole lot more, probably not a whole lot less unless injury.
Yeah.
But it does. I think it leaves you picking in the late teens, early 20s through the rookie contract. And then all of a sudden you're giving him.
You got to pay him.
You got to pay him. And now you're still picking in the back half of the first round. And they haven't, looking at like Quentin Johnston.
He was a first round.
He was a first round pick, right? They haven't really hit on any of the. I mean, they've done well with the offensive linemen they've taken in the first round, but both of those guys were out. Did you see the? So this was the Sunday night football game, right? And NBC has a relationship with PFF, the rating service, and so when NBC does the starting lineups and they show, Justin Herbert, University of Oregon, they show all the different pop-ups. At the bottom, below their name, it shows their PFF rank.
Yeah.
So the Chargers' right side of their offensive line, now granted, they're playing with backups and regular starters had gotten injured early in the season. They've lost multiple guys. But when they showed their Chargers starting center, 41st out of 41. Right guard, 36 out of 37. And right tackle, 38th out of 39.
Yeah.
You're dealing with not just bad, but statistically almost the worst of the worst on that side. And it showed. He
was getting decapitated.
He has 2 blind sides. Like, there's no... The side he has, I don't know.
And you're going against one of the better defensive coaches ever.
That's right. Yeah,
learn from the best.
Against Vrabel, back with a playoff game back in Foxborough. was pretty done with Mike Tirico telling me how great it was to be back in Foxborough.
It's so good to be back in.
It just feels right.
This is playoff football.
This is what playoff football's all about. Listen to these Patriots fans here in Foxborough.
They really miss this. They've been wanting this for a while.
They've deserved to have this back in their life. I for one am glad that they can say that they have playoff football again.
Oh my god, yeah, that was
That one was brutal. I don't have a whole lot else to say about it because I mean Drake May didn't have to do a whole lot to win.
Yeah, Ramad Stevenson was running the ball effectively.
It was a very Vrabel game. It was a Vrabel versus Harbaugh. 19 combined points scored.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to take chances until you show me you can score the ball.
Right,
and you
didn't.
You can't.
And you can't.
You can't score.
So this is what we're doing for 60 minutes.
This is going to be a boring game.
A game that wasn't boring, though. Let's get to it. Your Niners eliminate the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles 23-19 on the road in Philly after George Kittle. It's confirmed, right? Fully
Achilles tear.
Just when you thought we were texting during the game, and you were. At that point in the game,
I was pretty deflated.
It was pretty. I
was like, "This is it."
It was pretty down, Cap.
And then Purdy started going in a lull, throwing it.
Yeah, got a little.
Yeah, he made two bad decisions, and he got picked on both those bad decisions. And it was just like the offense couldn't get the run game going, but that's the story of the whole year.
We got to hear Tom Brady explain how wind works. When you throw a football, you gotta angle it down because wind blows and will lift it up and pick thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. I will say his best moment of analysis all season long was when he was talking about the Sirianni AJ Brown dust up.
Oh yeah.
He was like, look, I'm just seeing good coaching. Trying to motivate one of his guys who just dropped 2 passes.
Sometimes you got to get into a superstar's ass every once in a
while, so to speak. The fun, obviously, Kittle getting injured is the.
And what I said right before that is like, we need to get Kittle involved. And immediately passes the ball to Kittle. And then I see that hop, and then I see that grab to the back of the Achilles, and I'm like, he tore his Achilles.
That was it.
I was like, great.
So if you followed any of the story online, when Kittle got taken back to the locker room, Jed York comes down, asks York, what is he? What's his technical title? President?
Yeah,
club president or something?
Yeah.
He comes down, meets with Kittle, trying to get an update on the injury, realizes it's bad. Ask Kittle, is there anything we can get for you? Is there anything, I can get? This sucks.
And my man goes with the drink of champions.
That would be, it's not my favorite tequila brand, but
I didn't see which one it was.
Patron.
Oh.
Because it was from the owner's box. So they went up, Jed York went up, grabbed a bottle of Patron from the owner's box, brought it back down to Kittle as he's sitting there with a blown out Achilles.
Yeah, just all swollen up.
Watching the second half of that. Really, what that happened, that was second quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so watching.
When they went into halftime, he was like, told people, he's like, hey, I'm not dead. I'm coming up. I still got more in me. Y'all got a job to do.
Yeah.
He boosted up the team, and they really took a key, like Christian McCaffrey talked on it.
Yep.
He was like, we're doing this one for Kittle, even though we've had so many superstars go down this year. He's like, he is the heartbeat of this team, and he's always has been because he's just a fun guy, He's like...
Yeah, he wears F Dallas shirts, and it's so fun. So fun for opposing fan bases to watch him tear his leg in a playoff. It's no one would appreciate, or no one enjoys watching that. No one at all. No one whatsoever.
Except Philly fans.
Yeah.
And there was one Philly person on like a TikTok or something. They're like, oh, if they call Philly fans, we really don't like this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I hear cheering in the background. I'm like, They edited that.
Yeah, what do you? We know who you are. We know who you are,
You're
Philly
throwing
fans.
batteries. You're throwing batteries at Kittle on the way out.
There was a bunch of great pregame footage of Niners fans walking into the stadium getting abused, verbally abused
We
by.
had to have a safety partner.
I mean, these are the two fan base. It feels like there's no better. There's two fan bases aren't made for each other better than Niners and Eagles fans.
What does that mean?
Well, just because Eagles
We're
fans,
nice-ish.
I was about to say ish. Let's go with ish. Cowboys fans are just idiots,
Yeah.
and myself included. Like we have 30 years of ineptitude, so we can't, talk a whole lot of noise about recent success. So there's not nearly as much fun.
Philly fans booing their own Super Bowl MVP
right.
quarterback
That's
that's
right.
not even a year out. But he couldn't do anything. I mean, shout out to Eric Kendricks coming off the practice squad, old man vet.
Former Cowboys making plays everywhere.
Yeah,
you had Brandon Cooks in Buffalo, Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, last year we tried to get Kendricks, but he chose Dallas.
That's right.
Because he was like, I'm going to have more of a starting role.
Well, and he was getting to pair with Zim.
Yeah. So we finally got Kendricks, got him on the practice squad. Bethune tears his groin last game, and now Kendricks is our middle linebacker making the game-saving play at the end, even though he was triple covered. Shout out to Robert Saleh, who's probably going to leave us this year. Hell of a defensive game. We bent, but didn't break, and we stopped Saquon Barkley, luckily, at the end, on the second half, because he was absolutely running over us the first half.
Well, that was all Philly had going for him in that first half, really.
A.J. Brown checked out, after the drop balls. And, Devin, I think Devontae Smith, he was hurt. Yeah, I saw him.
He tweaked that, non-contact on one of the routes he ran.
So it was like, why Jalen Hurts? I was just waiting for him to start running the ball more. Why they didn't call that? I don't know, man. Can you lose your job a year after winning the Super Bowl?
Well,
as a head coach or offensive coordinator?
It cost the offensive coordinator, Kevin Patillo. He's out.
Yeah.
And that was he was one and done on the job. It also
you gotta trade AJ Brown. There's no way you keep him.
Yeah.
Send him to Buffalo.
The dead money they have on that deal.
Yeah, he wants to go to. He's made it known that he wants to go to New England and be with Vrabel again.
Well,
but I mean, they already got Stephon Diggs. Booty's coming up. Probably get suspended a little bit for that action. I forget what he did, but I just know there was something.
I can't remember now which. I don't know. Let's talk about the Eagles, because we're going to talk about your Niners more as they get ready for the matchup now against the division rival Seahawks. If you're the Eagles, if you're an Eagles fan, you watched your team win the Super Bowl last year, but I'm not sure there was a single moment this season besides when you beat the Cowboys in week 1 that you enjoyed watching your team play football. It was.
What would you say, Lawrence? Is that a true statement?
Such an incredibly frustrating year.
He's like, I don't even watch football.
Yeah, I was about to say, Lauren, Eagles fan by association.
Yeah.
The questions, because AJ Brown is unquestionably top 8 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Top 6.
Yeah.
You could make the argument, maybe even higher.
He had 0 drop ball last year.
Yeah.
And then he drops 2 big ones.
That's why it doesn't feel like if you look at the roster, it doesn't feel like the walls are crumbling. But if you just watch it from an outsider's perspective, it feels like the Eagles are potentially at a crossroads.
Feels like they lost the Super Bowl.
Right, exactly.
You don't seem happy.
No. And
y'all won the Super Bowl.
And the guys that you're committed to long term, you are ready to ship out of town between Hurts and Brown.
Yeah.
Even Barkley, having the down year. It doesn't feel like it's a fun time to be an Eagles fan. Well, right now, just personnel wise, How many teams have a better roster talent-wise than the Eagles do?
The top 5 defense.
Right.
They have 2 stud receivers, one of the best running backs. The quarterback is mid of the road.
Sure.
Like, I don't want to hear who's better, Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy anymore. We submit into that question.
And one of them still has a Super Bowl ring, though.
Because of the defense.
And Purdy making...
And they didn't have Taylor Swift in the audience. So
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Swiftie won that Super Bowl.
Still
bitter.
I do find it interesting from a Cowboys fan perspective. This Eagles team seemingly in more chaos than any other team in the division. With the amount of talent and the winning the NFC East back-to-back years for the first time in
20
something like that. Yeah, 20 something years. But it feels like morale is so much lower in Philadelphia than any other team in the division. Do you have any other thoughts on your Niners?
Well, the Niners, we're playing with house money. So I know next show we're going to go into the matchups of next week, or this week coming up. But what Christian McCaffrey puts up another 120-plus yards overall yards. What can you say more about that guy? That guy is he's ridiculous. That catch he made with the Juwan Jennings putting that dime on him, and he had to like both Juwan and McCaffrey had to sell like they're blocking, he's running. Nope, I'm gonna slip out, and it's just that guy. I don't know if he lost a touch or if the fact that it's just the most injury riddled season that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I said that last year. He's a Superman. If he's on the field, we got a chance.
Yeah. No, I think it really is that simple.
That's simple.
I mean, because as you were watching that game, after Kittle goes down, Purdy's looking shaky.
Yeah.
There was nothing you could look at on the 49ers offensive side of the ball.
I was going to go out at halftime, and I stayed home. I was like, I'm staying home.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Most touches this season since
Frank Gore back in like 2000.
Was that who it was? I thought it was DeMarco with the year where the Cowboys ran the tread off of.
Oh, that was the most touches for 49ers.
Oh, okay.
So that was DeMarco when they just ran him into the ground.
Yeah, most touches by any player in the league since the DeMarco Murray's final year with Dallas. Yeah.
Where they just said, we're going to put you to sleep.
Kind of feels like that might be what your Niners are doing, if we're being honest, taking a massively injury.
No, DeMarco is not as good as Christian. Dude.
No, nowhere close. But
he's going to come back and get that 1,000, so he can be the only player with 2 of those seasons.
No man's body can hold up to that many touches in the NFL. I will. For
hyperbolic
your sake,
chamber is like all like over the whole preseason. I'm like, you are sleeping in this hyperbolic chamber 14 hours a day.
So the Niners-Eagles game was the middle game on Sunday. 41 million people watched that game.
That is nuts.
41. The next closest game this weekend was Bills-Jags, the Sunday noon game on CBS. 32.7 million. Almost 10 million more people.
So why
watched.
don't we put, the next Niners game, who's playing a division rival, on primetime Sunday? No, let's give them a short week.
Yeah,
let's give them a short week again.
Yeah, I'm already hearing the conspiracy theories.
It's not a conspiracy theory if it's true. They literally gave us 2 short weeks coming up to this game, and then they give us another short week. And we're the most injury-riddled team. It seems like they're doing it on purpose.
Well, and it seems like it doesn't seem to affect y'all, so why are you worried?
It affects us.
And then the last game of the weekend, last night.
Not much to say about that.
Not a whole lot. I mean, 7-6 at halftime?
Way to go, rookie Marks, man.
Woody Marks?
Yeah, Woody Marks is
144 yards, something like that.
Whatever. And they just beat them down until the fourth quarter.
It's the first time since 1940 that one team scored 2 defensive touchdowns without giving up an offensive touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Show me what 42-year-old man.
Tom Brady.
Okay, and that's the end of the list.
I didn't say I wasn't continuing.
No.
You just said, "Show me a man."
I think-
I showed you Tom Brady.
Now show me the amount of people that have said Aaron Rodgers.
Rich Gannon was 41 when he went to the Super Bowl.
Is that how old he was? I thought
think
he was just
40.
40 on the dot, 40 on the nose. Yeah, obviously the news now today, Mike Tomlin leaving Pittsburgh after 19 years of nothing but 500 or better football.
Yeah.
8 division titles.
What is he? 0-8 in playoffs. His last 8 playoffs appearances. He's hasn't won one.
The only stat that I read today that really tickled my brain a little bit. He's a year older than Brian Schottenheimer.
Oh, buddy.
So
he did get hired in his 30s, dude. Yes.
So like all this, thought about like Schotty. I'm a cool guy. I know what the kids are doing. Like he's the same age as Mike Tomlin, and Tomlin just spent almost 2 decades in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
he's like, I got Riz. What are you talking about?
6'7". I know what that means.
Oh man, 6'7".
Yeah, don't ask me to explain it because I can't, because y'all wouldn't get it. Just me and the cool kids know. Tomlin out. Roger, if there was ever a time for a reset in Pittsburgh, it feels like here it is. It's a weak draft class.
Yeah.
You're going to be picking at the back end of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, the quarterbacks available there are not going to end up being your franchise guy.
See Mac Jones' future. Give us a second rounder, Pittsburgh.
I was about to say, if you're Pittsburgh, do you end up kicking the tire to try to stay, or do you just bottom out 1 year, tell your new coaching hire?
I think it depends on if they land like Harbaugh or somebody good, If they just move up the coach and they're setting them up for failure, they're not going to.
I can't imagine Harbaugh looks around at all of the other opportunities open right now and says Pittsburgh is the job I want to take.
They're just the most loyal.
They are.
Yeah.
And if you're Harbaugh coming off a relationship where loyalty was
19 years over there too.
Right, exactly. And you're getting to play Baltimore twice a year. There is real, I don't think Tomlin's taking a job. I think Tomlin's going the TV route. It's seemingly what's been reported heavily the most. He might end up taking a spot on the Fox pregame show. But if you were to tell me that Tomlin goes to Baltimore and Harbaugh goes to Pittsburgh, it really does feel like those Yankees players back in the 70s that just swapped wives 1 year in spring training. It's like, you know what? We all hang out. We see how this works. Y'all are better off together. It kind of feels
I don't know if I'm putting too much out there, but my grandfather and my grandmother on my dad's side, they swapped.
Oh, that's spectacular.
My grandmother used to be married to my grandfather, and then they swapped the wife of my step grandfather.
Seemingly,
I'm like, dude, and back then Stillwater was such a small town, so it was like Chuck and Nancy got divorced, and then Phil and
there's no avoiding that.
It was it was the talk of the town. Man.
I'm sure it was. It also
the country club was buzzing.
Ooh, country club, pinky out.
The York. What was it? No, the Elks Club.
The Elk Club. Yeah.
Elks Club was buzzing.
Friars Club.
We weren't rich enough for those. Well, I mean, was there a rich one? And there is now because they got that nice golf course. But back then, that's Stillwater, Oklahoma.
I can't imagine there
you had the rich Tulsa oil billionaires.
The big city of Tulsa. That's where the money is at. Now, if I'm Tomlin, take the year. I mean, we saw it with what's his name, Sean Payton.
Yeah,
take the year off. A better opportunity is going to come in and money whip you, unless you want to stick it to Pittsburgh for whatever reason. Take the Baltimore job. You've already got your quarterback. I just don't see that happening.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be something like a Bill Parcells, or Jimmy Johnson, where full control Like, I don't want to hear anything from anybody. I want everything I want. And I want to build this team like Bill Belichick.
I mean, if that's the case, if you're the Browns, make that call right now.
They're not going to do it. If there is an organization that's going to be like, we're going to get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's probably not happening.
Yeah, the Browns are not going to give that control away. Dude.
No, that's probably not happening. You have anything else on the NFL week?
Man, I'm excited for these matchups coming up, and we'll get into them like I said, Thursday. But
yeah, we'll preview all of the games on Thursday's episode, but till then, we managed to go over 2 hours, so let's wrap it up with some lightning round, LG, before we get out of here. I've mentioned it a couple times. I was going to give you credit right here at the top of the lightning round. 6 for 6. 6 for 6 in your NFL wildcard picks. That takes your total. You are up to... Okay, hold on. My math is
6 or I'm up 5.
Well, you're up 5 total now. So, just in terms of games available left to pick,
you got 4, 6, 7 games left.
I think I'm about to be mathematically eliminated. Is what's going to happen.
This week will determine this. You're going to have to pick teams that are against, like, not mine. Like,
it's going to be.
You're going to have to pick against me on every single one.
It's going to be. I'm going to have to hope you're 6
and then
for
I
6.
go 0 for 4 next week.
Exactly. I'm going to have to hope for the 0 for 4 from you.
All right, hit me, LG. So we got one Brooks Koepka coming back. PGA Tour talk coming back from those dirty Saudis Live Tour, and this is what he will be fined: roughly around 51 to 85 mil.
Yeah,
to come back, and they made a rule. Which the rule is any players must have to competed outside the PGA Tour for the last 2 years and won a major championship or a players championship during the 2022 to 2025. And that only includes 4 players.
That's correct.
Koepka,
Yep.
DeChambeau, Rahm, and Cameron Smith.
That's right. And we got the news. The other 3 are staying on Live Tour.
Yeah, they don't want to give up that money. Like, they don't. And you have till February 2nd, by the way. February 2nd to make your decision.
So Uncle Andy was saying it all together.
I bet he went off on this one.
Oh, he was.
This is like
he
a 4
was,
segmenter.
Oh, dude. We could have done the full 3 hours today just on Koepka's decision.
I was like, man, send them back to the Corn Ferry Tour.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And then put some of those Corn Ferry events on Golf Network, on Golf Channel.
They're going to be watched.
And so people are going to tune in. Just put Koepka's.
My dad will watch.
Right. Just put Koepka's group on there. No, Uncle Andy was saying he was adding it all up and reading through all of the fine print. And he thinks it's going to clear $90 million after it's all said and done of what Koepka will literally be paying out of pocket or missing out on money, giving up money to come back to the tour.
The main one is like he won't get any FedEx bonus money.
Right.
So.
Yeah, no, there's he's giving up a lot to come back to the tour, but I'm with you. I would have liked to see the tour make it a little more.
He literally made a rule for
punitive.
4 players.
Right.
Trying to get those other 3 players. Hey, come with them.
Yeah, because we don't care. Who was Thomas Dietrich, I think, would just left.
But if they got $250 million and you're coming over and you're only giving up 50, 60 million.
Oh, you're still
up on top 180.
Yeah, it doesn't
150 after Saudi taxes.
Doesn't take an MIT mathematician.
I'll do that because nobody's watching the Live. Nobody's watching it.
They're paying for time.
Yeah.
Like when people buy infomercials on television. Like the ShamWow guy that's running for Congress up in Austin.
Oh, he's running for Congress.
Oh, have you not? No. We might save it for Thursday.
Yes.
He sent out his first mailer, and it's, vote for the ShamWow guy, and he sent ShamWows. He did bite a hooker.
He bit a hooker in the mouth.
He sent some ShamWow samples, and on it says "Made in Germany." So it's like you're running as a MAGA America First.
And it's made in Germany.
And it's made in Germany.
At least it's not from an Asian country.
Hey, now we're talking, brother. Hit me, LG. I don't know how much more you have. I was going to mention
I got one more a video that I sent through the proper channels. LG.
Oh, was it discussed?
It's the last one.
Was it discussed pre-show in the pseudo production meeting?
We were bickering at each
There
other.
was a mention of it. No, we did have some baseball news since we've last spoke. Astros get the pitcher Ime, the Japanese ace, coming over a day before his posting runs out. Was it 3 years, $63 million? The big one.
He's gonna eat this Texas barbecue.
He looked great in his day. He's throwing the H up already. Like he's figured. It's pretty fun. It's pretty funny. Just imagining him with Bun B, cruising through
Trey the Truth.
third ward talking. Yeah. The big one, I think, Bregman to the Cubs, 5 for 175 year, $175 million.
Belly and the Yankees, they're out.
Seemingly at an impasse. Did you read the report earlier? So
We were offering him Schwarber money. We offered him, who was the other one that got signed that got the same contract? $30 million a year for 5 years.
Well, Breggy was 5 for 25 mil. Is that right? No, 35 mil. Yeah. 5 for 35.
So I think he was looking for Breg. Like there was another one. I forget the name, but we were offering him $30 million a year, and he didn't want nothing to do with it.
Well, probably because he's hearing the rumors that the Mets are offering Kyle Tucker. Did you see this number?
No.
So the Mets
Pay the money, Yankees.
The Mets are offering Tucker a shorter deal.
Yeah.
At $50 million annual average salary.
I hate the Mets almost as much as I hate the Dodgers.
So like a 3-year, $150 million deal.
Just so we couldn't get them. Like that's what they're doing.
Like 1,000%.
They're purposely blocking us.
Yep.
You're not even in our division, man. Like,
but you're in.
You're
the
not even
city.
our league. You're not even our league, dude.
But you're in the city. And
we are the city.
Well, the other news, Arenado finally traded after using his no trade clause last year, block a trade to the Astros. He now approves a trade to go to Arizona, play out in the Diamondbacks.
Wow. He does not want to play for the Astros.
It's pretty funny, isn't it? Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was more about he didn't want to leave mid-season.
Oh.
So he didn't want to have all of the family stuff and the moving, all of that attached. Everything that's attached
really want
to
a
getting.
Ring, then?
No,
like he just wants the money.
No, he's blocked trades like 3 times, I think, since he signed with the Cardinals. So,
all right, hit me, LG. The video that I sent him, which is the last one on his proper channels, is AI gone amok once again. Waymo car stuck on the train tracks, and literally the guy bails out. You might want to mute that because he says a cuss word. Yeah. And this guy literally bails out, and the train luckily stops. But yeah, that's AI for you.
oh, that's on the. I see it.
It's
Okay,
on
I see
the
it
train
now.
tracks.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not a train where it's its own train lane.
Yeah, it's a city like trolley track, light rail track. Okay, I see what's happening now. Oh my god. Yeah, these Waymos.
I'm never getting in one of those things. Never.
Maybe someone can educate me on what I'm missing, but is the value just not having to potentially talk to another human?
I think
because
what is it a little cheaper, LG? Is it cheaper or?
I don't know.
I would imagine you're paying a premium to avoid. Yeah,
You're paying you can put earbuds in. Like I'm sorry. Like people are like, oh, I had to talk to my Uber. I go in there straight earbuds and be like, hey, I gotta listen to this business.
you would be that guy that's like,
why?
not now, Chief. I'm in the
I'm in the zone.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Hey, Chief, keep it down. Keep it down.
Hey, Chief. Hey, can you? Okay, the only thing I will say, I would still use a Waymo.
Oh, you just saw it on the train tracks.
If you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
I'm gonna die by AI.
Nah, you'll be fine. The only reason the last 3 Ubers or Lyfts I've gotten into, I've had to listen to their terrible podcast, and I'm talking like range of one of them was Andrew Tate, one of them was this stupid new Amy Poehler podcast.
Oh, she won a Golden Glove for it.
Congratulations.
I love it. Parks and Recs.
Okay, here's sure, that's a great movie. But since you brought it up, the Golden Globes, this is why people hate liberals. This is why people because if we're giving away a best podcast award,
yeah,
it's obviously not Amy Poehler. That's a way for them to give Amy Poehler an award to pat her on their little liberal. Good job, you get an award. It would obviously be.
Is it good?
It
Have
would
you
be
even listened
Rogan.
to it?
It would be it's terrible. It's her and her.
Have you tried to
famous
listen to a
friends.
Rogan podcast?
I just told you I listened to it in a Lyft 2 weeks ago or a week ago when I'm tired. The whole point being, you got me ranting about the Golden Globe. If we're giving away a best podcast, we all know it would end up with some given to some right winger or some Barstool show.
Yeah.
That's like they do the biggest numbers. Like they have the biggest audience.
The outrage gets numbers.
Like it's not and look at the other.
I used to love Rogan, man. As soon as he got political, I was like, I can't deal with this, man.
The other
come on,
nominees
man.
were like Smartless with Jason Bateman and Gob Bluth, Will Arnett.
Well, first off, put some spec on Will Arnett.
Okay, again,
sweet God Bluth.
like
He's a magician.
If you want to tell me
He's a magical man.
that actors doing podcasts are the best podcast out there, I would tell you Dan Carlin's History Podcast. I would tell you Serial even.
Yeah.
Like there are so many.
The Innocent Project podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the was it Revisionist History or no? The one where they talk like they did a whole season about QAnon and the rise and the actual players involved and all. Like there are
The
so
kid
many
in Taiwan.
podcasts. The best podcast out there, I guarantee you,
Yeah.
is not run by Amy Poehler or any actor that you have heard. Like Mark Maron's podcast that he just ended is better than any of the ones that they nominated.
I do like the guy who was talking about the podcast is like, yes, where we really just mail it in, the least amount of work possible to make money. And it's like,
Again,
I'm just using my celebrity fame to mail it in. And I'm like, it's so true, dude.
I find it hard to believe that the 15 minutes of the Amy Poehler podcast I heard in the Lyft last week was the best podcast in America this past year.
Wear earphones.
I'm about to steal your
Don't take
move.
a Waymo. Don't take a Waymo.
The roommate does it all the time when she's on trips. It works out great, except for that one time where it dropped her off like 3 miles short. Like 3 miles short
in
of
the
the
ghetto.
Well, and it told her, it's like, your ride has ended. Please leave.
Get out.
Yeah,
Get
she's
out.
Like, what the hell? All right, hit me, LG. Let's end it one more here. So every year about this time, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, releases a list of rejected personalized license plates. We had 1,951 rejected last year.
I love the officials who read them off. They're like, yep, that one's not good.
Yeah, that one's got to. That one's not going to fly. So first of all, you're not going to get away putting a tag. So like at something, like all of those get thrown out immediately. But I thought maybe at Coochie should have been allowed.
At Coochie.
How about at TSH Push, Eagles fan in Texas, wanting to get the tush push involved, getting the tush push on there.
Was that banned purely on the fact that it was Eagles?
I think it was probably a little bit of both. We had a Seinfeld reference for you.
Ass man.
A55MN was rejected. Couldn't get Ass Man on there.
Hey, ass man. What's up? Hey.
That's
great
an all-timer. I'll give you that. You couldn't get...
Careful.
For some reason, and I don't understand why this one is not allowed, but the letters ANALDP were rejected by our state. ANALDP. Some gooner tried to get that as a personalized license plate.
Analog
That's correct.
Double
Yep.
play.
Double play. Yeah, just turning
That's an analog double play right
turning
there.
the double play up the middle. Let's see. What were some of the others skipping
No,
around
up the back
here?
end, right up the back
That's
side.
right. Yeah. You couldn't have BADMF, obviously. But also, is it that obvious? Like, what are we protecting our kids from? How
Mom, what's MF?
about BBUSSY? Couldn't have that one. It couldn't have gooning. Someone tried to put gooning on
Is that
there.
like Badusi or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. Like
It's not a real word, so I can say it.
so you can get by with it. Yeah. Okay, so literally BDUSSY was also attempted, and that didn't get very
Same guy.
far.
Same guy.
BGBOOTI couldn't even have big booty.
Big booty.
They wouldn't even allow that one to sneak by. Your obvious profanity,
So
a lot
no
of
booties, no tush.
a lot of people trying to use BTCH, like bad BTCH, a lot of those. You couldn't have cannabis. Someone tried to put CANABUS. I would only assume on
That's a
a
legal term
on an
sir.
old bus.
That is legal in the federally. What about THC 420? I'm sure
let's
that
see,
one.
RT. I have the whole list here. I download it every single year, so it's
420, 420, 420.
there were 420 ones. Let's see.
Hey, way to get pulled over really fast.
Yeah, okay. You might have found the best one yet. Someone tried to get on their personalized plate 420 taco.
Ah, dude. I am a fan of the 420 taco.
Oh,
Yes.
That
Allow
one-
that one.
that one got rejected.
Think of the like you're literally pushing, San Antonio's best resource for a certain time.
Yeah, that
The
one.
taco.
That one did not. That one did not clear. You have another letter you want to look up? Any other ones that
What
come
about
to
X?
mind?
Is it someone with X?
There's got to be something with X. It feels like that's just a given.
That's a layup.
TVWX. There's X. Yeah, a lot of. Oh God, yeah, a lot of anything. Okay, so someone tried to use XINGFLU. I would only assume that's some reference to a Chinese flu, a Zing flu. Someone tried X-rated. Obviously, couldn't get that one passed. Okay. Someone tried YU Fugly. That one got shot down. YUF space UGLY.
Yeah.
YU Fugly. Let's see. Okay, here's another good one. See if you can figure out why this one was rejected. MCRO PNS. Micro penis. Someone tried to let drivers on the road know that they
Let the man live his life, dude.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of these
Does that get him action?
a lot of these
Is a girl like, I kind of want to see it?
someone here's one. Someone tried to get METH meth MMY. So I'm assuming that's meth mommy.
Meth mom.
It's some methed out stripper or
What
something.
about something with the C? Get them. Let's get some cocaine.
Yeah,
references.
C's a big one. C does numbers. So I told you the cannabis one.
Yeah.
Someone tried CART3L for cartel.
Oh God.
Yeah. Chonker? CHONKER. Can I even say that? Is that worse than I would imagine it is? It doesn't feel like that one's that bad. Convict, CONVCT. Someone tried. Or here we go. CRMPIES. A lot of sex related ones getting shut down.
he likes pies.
That's right. He's
He
just
like-
he's just
He's a fan of certain pies that are out there.
Well, then how do you explain this one? KUMSHOT.
Come on, man.
Come
That was
on.
0 in there. Don't put an O. Like, at least try to hide it a little bit.
You gotta get more creative with that.
You're trying to get it through. This is the point. You just don't come out and just be like SHIT.
Yeah, no, you gotta be more creative. You gotta have some level of creativity involved.
I've seen you probably peruse this list for a while.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll keep. I will have. This is something you can rest assured will sit on my desk until I have found.
Send
what
me that
is-
link and we'll put it on. We'll put it on the
Put it on
socials.
okay.
Sportscave.live on everything.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, tell the people how to get a hold of you,
Yes.
Cap, as we get out of here. I'm
You
looking
can
for.
sign up for the show at sportscave.live on everything. TikTok, X, Instagram, what have you. You can get at me at the Captain's Chair 210 on X and Insta.
Yeah, find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. And if you are the individual that tried to get the personalized license plate of Wang, WANG, if you were the one that wanted Wang on
That
the
could
back
just
of
be
your
his
car.
last name, man.
Yeah, see, now we're being
It's
discriminatory.
not even a BG Wang.
Get us out of here, LG, before we spend any more time on this list. Yeah, WTF, rejected. A lot of Z ones as well. So, LG, when's the next stream?
I don't know.
I don't know. Tune into that. I don't know. Till then, always appreciate y'all's support. Y'all be good. Be safe. Peace. We'll talk Thursday.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!